Well, I realize most people don't have to deal with points, so they've kind of lost their significance. But I'm changing points in M37. Uh, you can probably see they're just slightly burned. They've been in there a while. But you can see they've been burned very evenly. There is no pitting or cratering on them. If you get that, that's a sign of a bad condenser. But if the condenser is not bad, if you get a clean burn like that, although normally people, you put in points in condenser as a pair, there is a great likelihood, if you already have a good condenser, you're better off leaving that in there. It's very easy to get a new condenser that is bad. So once you got a good one, don't change it unless you got a reason. Like if you see little craters and stuff on the points, then they've been arcing, then the condenser hasn't been working right. But if it's working good, don't mess with it, because that's happened countless times where you end up, you get a new condenser and it's bad. And that can just drive you nuts when you put in new parts that are supposed to work, and then they don't, and then you're chasing around trying to find some other problem. So when you get a good condenser, it's one of them, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, for M37 people, I will mention that these points that I'm putting in, these new ones, are the Napa ones. It pays, it's not easy to change points on these, so it pays to get the best you can. They are the CS725A. What's nice about them, you'll notice that the spring isn't used to carry the current. They have a copper strip that carries the current. It's two separate ones, because otherwise you will get them where on a cheap set of points they won't have this. They'll be using the spring for the conductor. That'll get the spring hot and the spring will lose tension. The only reason I'm changing them is because I knew I could tell my points were starting to close up a little bit. You get a little wear on that rubbing block, and they do get a little burned, So I'm doing it now rather than doing it when it's 20 below. It's because I've had to do that. So do it when it's warm. But it is a case of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because I have seen too many times where people put in a new condenser and then they start having problems. Especially if you get a cheap one. Because you can, it doesn't pay to scrimp on that kind of stuff. You get, when you get that option, a lot of times it drives me nuts. Oh, do you want a good set or the best set or a better set? With like $2 difference in price, spend the $2 and get the best set you can.